Hello guys, so today we are here to solve this asteroid collisions problem. In this problem, we are given an int array of asteroids, and asteroids is it consists of asteroids, and the absolute value represents the size of the asteroid and the sign represents its direction. So positive means, so if something is positive, it will be moving in the right direction. If something is negative, then if asteroid is negative, then it will be moving in the left direction. Okay. And each asteroid is moving at the same speed. Okay. And we need to tell, like, after the number of collisions and all those, after all the collisions and has happened, what is the state of the finally what is the state of this asteroid. Okay. And this is also said over here that it is also mentioned over here that if two asteroids meet, the smaller one will explode. If two asteroids meet, the smaller one will explode. If both are of the same size, both will explode. So in one case, only one will explode, the smaller one will explode, and the other one will remain. But if they are both of the same size, then both will explode. And if two asteroids moving in the same direction, okay, so if they are moving in the same direction, so both are positive, then they will never meet. Both are negative, then also they will never meet. So with this, we have to check, element at the top of the last element which we entered and the current element. So each and every iteration we have to keep a check on these two elements, the previous element and the current element. I think for this we can have a data structure called as stack. Okay, and I'll use deck to mimic the behavior of the stack. Okay, and for int a of the asteroids, so we'll put the asteroid. So either the collision can happen or the collision cannot happen. So now we are in the for loop and we are going to process each and every asteroid. And if any asteroid A is there and we are already we have some asteroids already there, and this new incoming asteroid may collide or may not collide. So when it is going to collide? It is going to collide when the previous asteroid and this new incoming asteroid, they are both moving in the same direction. I mean to say the previous one was negative and this one is, if the previous one is negative and this one is positive, then they are moving in the same direction, then they will collide. If the previous one was positive and this one is negative, then they are going to collide. Okay. So either collision can happen or it cannot happen. So when collision is not going to happen, so if it is the very first, very first asteroid, then also collision will not happen. If a is greater than 0, okay, if a is greater than 0, and when a is greater than 0, it means a is positive, and positive means it's going to the right. If it is going to the right, okay, then also collision is not going to happen. And if stack dot get last is less than 0, then also the collision cannot happen. Stack dot add last a. Okay, so these are the two scenarios when collision cannot happen. Okay, so when the stack is empty, it means the path is clear, no other asteroid is there in the path, and the incoming asteroid can be added. Okay, if a is greater than 0, then the previous one A is greater than 0, then A will be moving towards the right. And if last is less than 0 and A is greater than 0 or it's negative, it doesn't matter. Okay. But the thing is that, now we have to, in the else part, we have to tackle the collision. So if the collision is happening, then what is the chances, what is going to happen? What are the different scenarios if collision is going to happen? So if collision is going to happen, so when collision can happen? When stack dot get last is greater than 0. But to check get last, we have to ensure that stack is not empty. The stack is not empty, we have to mark it not empty, and like this. And also we have to yeah, and we have to make sure stack dot get last is greater than or equal to math.abs of A. So in these cases, collisions can happen, and both the elements could be, uh, exploded, or one of them will be, vanishing, other will be remaining. So if stack dot get last is equal to math dot directly right minus A, okay, then we will stack dot whole last, okay, and then we'll be moving continue the outer loop, and we'll be putting one level over here like this, okay. But when this cannot happen, I mean to say, no. So, and if stack dot get last is not equal in magnitude with the incoming thing, then in that case, the this stack, no, not this, we have to have like this, less than equal to, then in that case stack dot whole last, so we'll be removing the last element because it is vanishing. Now there are chances that all elements are vanished because of the incoming asteroid. So in that case, if a stack is empty, then we'll put that incoming asteroid into the stack. Or one more case is there, stack dot get last is also moving towards the left. So in both the cases, we'll be adding the incoming asteroid to the like this, okay, and then at the end will be stack dot stream dot map to, so this stack is a deck of integer, we need to return int array, so we need to convert this to array like this. So let's run this. Perfect. Shall we submit it? So before submitting, I just want to go through the logic once more. We are processing each and every asteroid in this for loop, and in this for loop, two cases can happen. The incoming asteroid is going to collide, or if it is not going to collide. If If it is not going to collide, it will be coming under this if. If it is going to be colliding, some collision is happening, in that case, we are going to the else part. So when collision is not going to happen, if the path of the asteroid is clear, I mean to say clear in the sense there are no other asteroids, then there will be no collision. And when that is going to happen, if the stack is empty. Okay. If A is greater than 0, I mean to say the incoming thing is greater than 0, so it's moving towards the right. Okay. And if it is not greater than 0 and it is less than 0, but the last element is also less than 0, then also, the collision will not happen. So to cover these cases, this if is there. In this if, there is no collision is happening, and it is just adding the incoming asteroid into our final stack. Okay. And in this else part, definitely there is going to be a collision. And either the last one and the incoming new asteroid, they are going to collide and an explosion happens, both of them are getting vanished, or one of them is getting vanished. So if both of them are getting vanished, it will happen here, it will happen here. Okay. And this will be happening when the last element is less than this size of the incoming left moving asteroid. So I mean to say magnitude of the last element is less than the magnitude of the incoming negatively moving asteroid. In that case, we'll be removing the last one because that is going to vanish. Maybe there's maybe a chance that the incoming asteroid is going to colliding with every other previously existing asteroids in the stack, and the stack is becoming empty. Okay. In that case, we have to add that the last asteroid. Or the possibility is that that the opposite moving asteroids are not there, the last element is also moving in the left, and the incoming new asteroid is also moving in the left. Then in both these cases, we have to add this stack, I mean to say this asteroid, into our stack. And finally, we are just converting the this stack to an int array, because the return type of this is int array. So let's submit this. Perfect. So with this, we will close our video. If you have any doubt, please post it in the comments. Happily, I'll answer those doubts. Thanks a lot.